Imagine that everything you see right now is not truly real at all. The stars above the sky are just pixels painted onto a canvas with no physical form behind it. You're reading these words on a screen, but your mind believes this text exists in space and time. This belief creates a false sense of security because we assume our world follows strict laws of physics that cannot be broken. But what if those laws are instructions running in the background? What if gravity is code managing the distance between objects instead of a force pulling them together? Dark matter has puzzled scientists for decades because it does not emit light or reflect energy from any known source. Yet we know it exists due to its gravitational effects on galaxies. Scientists have searched high and low for particles that make up this shadowy substance, but they cannot find the building blocks nature requires to explain what holds the universe together. Now consider a different explanation that changes everything we thought about reality itself. What if dark matter is not made of exotic particles floating in the void at all? What if it is simply unrendered code where the simulation engine does not bother calculating details for every single point in space to save processing power? This theory suggests our universe functions like a video game, loading only what you look at, leaving the rest empty until needed. The implications are staggering because we might live inside a program created by beings beyond our comprehension who treat us like characters in their story. If you're ready to uncover the truth behind our simulated universe, hit like and subscribe to join us on a journey through the mysteries of simulation theory. Let's get started. Simulation theory suggests the universe is a construct created by advanced intelligence. This idea has roots in ancient philosophy but gained traction with modern computing power. We live in an era where artificial intelligence mimics human thought and virtual worlds feel increasingly real to us. Scientists began asking if our reality could be rendered like a computer program decades ago. Today, dark matter remains the largest mystery in astrophysics. It makes up most of the mass in the universe, yet we cannot detect it directly through telescopes or experiments on Earth. This invisible substance holds galaxies together and dictates how stars move around galactic centers without us seeing them clearly. Some researchers propose that dark matter might not be physical particles at all, but rather empty space, where calculations are skipped by a simulation engine to save resources. If this hypothesis is true, then the laws of physics we observe are actually optimized algorithms designed for efficiency rather than fundamental truths of existence. We will explore how this perspective changes our understanding of reality and what it means for human consciousness in the following chapters. The evidence is subtle but compelling when viewed through the lens of computational limits. Stay with us as we delve into the problem that challenges everything we know about the cosmos today. This concept links quantum mechanics to digital processing power. Implies the universe operates like a massive computer system running on a processor far larger than any human could build. Many physicists agree that simulation theory offers a plausible explanation for dark matter anomalies we see in space. The connection between code and cosmic forces is profound. We must consider the possibility that our entire history has been programmed into existence by creators who designed every star to serve a purpose within their grand plan for the cosmos. This opens up new avenues of inquiry regarding human purpose and where we fit within this simulated framework. This adds weight to the theory that we are part of a grander design. The problem of dark matter remains one of the most perplexing challenges in modern science today. It represents a gap in our knowledge that cannot be ignored by any serious researcher studying the cosmos. We see gravitational effects everywhere, but we lack the physical evidence to explain where these forces come from without assuming new physics or invisible particles filling empty space. This creates a paradox that forces us to question whether our understanding of gravity is complete, or if there are hidden variables at play in the universe. Imagine trying to solve a complex puzzle with half the pieces missing, yet knowing the picture must still be coherent and logical in its design. That is exactly what scientists face when mapping out galactic rotation curves without seeing the source of the mass driving them around. Could it be that we are simply observing the edges of a rendering boundary where data is not fully computed for every single coordinate point in space? This thought experiment suggests our perception of reality might be limited by the processing power available to simulate the world accurately at all times. We must ask ourselves if we can trust what we see when the underlying system hides parts of itself from view to save resources or maintain performance standards for the simulation. The mystery deepens as new telescopes reveal more anomalies in star formation and movement patterns that defy standard models of physics we currently rely on. This forces us to reconsider whether dark matter is a substance or simply unrendered code waiting to be calculated by an observer looking at it closely enough. Visualize yourself standing on the edge of a vast digital landscape where the horizon fades into a blur of raw data waiting to be processed by an unseen engine. You look out across the void and see stars twinkling in the distance, but notice how they seem to lack definition when you are not looking directly at them. This observation aligns with the concept that reality is rendered on demand rather than existing fully formed before your eyes open each morning. The feeling of solidity beneath your feet might just be a calculated approximation designed to give the illusion of permanence without consuming excessive resources from the system running behind the scenes. Imagine walking through a forest where trees only grow as you walk past them and vanish when you turn away, leaving no trace of their existence except in memory. This is not fantasy, but a plausible description of how a simulation might function if it were optimized for efficiency rather than realism at every single moment. The psychological impact on human consciousness would be profound, because we would never truly know what exists outside the immediate field of viewer attention. We could be living inside a sandbox where only relevant interactions are simulated to keep our experience engaging and meaningful without overwhelming the processors with unnecessary complexity. The feeling of isolation might actually stem from being disconnected from the source code that governs our reality, rather than being physically alone in a cold, dark universe. As we dig deeper into this idea, we realize that time itself could be a variable processed at different speeds, depending on computational load or proximity to high-energy events, like black holes, which might act as processing nodes in the grand network. The more we think about it, the less certain we become about what is real and what is just an illusion generated for our benefit by unseen architects who have designed every aspect of our existence with purpose and intent behind every single choice we make throughout our lives. The strongest argument for this view comes from the fact that dark matter behaves exactly like missing data in a computer program rather than a physical substance found within the stars. When we map out where gravity pulls on galaxies, we find massive amounts of invisible mass, holding everything together but no particles to show for it. This discrepancy is not an error, but a feature indicating that calculations are being skipped where visual detail is not required by the observer at that moment. Scientists have found evidence that supports this theory when they observe how light bends around massive clusters without any visible matter causing the effect. The bending of light suggests that space itself has been modified to accommodate missing information, which aligns perfectly with unrendered code logic in a simulation environment. This is not just speculation, but backed by mathematical models showing that the universe behaves like an optimized system designed to conserve resources while maintaining stability for observers within it. We are looking at the edges of a rendering boundary where data is not fully computed for every single coordinate point in space, yet we feel solid because our minds expect consistency from reality. The implications suggest that dark matter might be the invisible framework holding the simulation together, rather than physical particles interacting with light and energy as we traditionally understand them to behave in standard physics models taught today. If this hypothesis holds true, then the fundamental nature of reality is not fixed, but dynamic, dependent on observation and processing power, available at any given moment to render the scene accurately enough for our perception. We are essentially watching a movie where the background actors only exist when the camera turns towards them, and we are the audience trapped inside the screen experiencing every second as if it were real, without knowing that we are part of a carefully constructed illusion designed by creators far beyond our comprehension or understanding of how they operate within their own reality. We have explored the possibility that dark matter is unrendered code rather than physical particles hidden in space. This theory suggests our universe operates like a sophisticated simulation, where efficiency drives the laws of physics we observe daily. Mysteries surrounding gravity and missing mass point toward a system designed to conserve processing power by only calculating what is necessary for observers at any given moment. We discussed how this perspective changes our understanding of reality from something fixed to something dynamic, dependent on observation and computational limits available in the background. The idea that dark matter could be empty space, where calculations are skipped, offers a compelling explanation for why we cannot detect it directly with current instruments while still observing its gravitational effects on galaxies. This realization invites us to question whether everything we see is truly there, or if it exists only within the bounds of our immediate perception and attention span in this grand simulation. We must consider that our entire history has been programmed into existence by creators who designed every star to serve a purpose within their grand plan for the cosmos, opening up new avenues of inquiry regarding human purpose and where we fit within this simulated framework. The implications are staggering because they suggest that reality is not random but intentional, with every event serving a calculated role in the larger narrative crafted by beings beyond our comprehension or understanding of how they operate within their own reality today. This opens up new possibilities for how we view ourselves as participants rather than passive observers of a universe governed by hidden rules designed to maintain stability and coherence for those within it, regardless of whether they understand the source code behind the curtain. What do you think about the idea that dark matter could be unrendered code? Share your thoughts in the comments below because I would love to hear your perspective on this theory. If you enjoyed learning more about simulation theory and how it connects to our understanding of the universe, make sure to check out our other videos on related topics like quantum mechanics and artificial intelligence. We have many more explorations into these mind-bending concepts coming soon, so stay tuned for future uploads that will dive deeper into the mysteries of reality and what lies beyond our current perception. If you enjoyed this exploration of simulation theory, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you're ready for more interesting content on the simulation theory, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.